with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good morning and welcome into the Erie News NOWCAST. I'm Molly Samora. We begin with breaking news from overnight. A suspect is in custody at this hour in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and a number of hostages are safe after a bank robbery tried to turn into a tense 8-hour-long standoff. It all started Thursday afternoon. FBI agents and police responded to a reported holdup at the Wells Fargo Bank. Authorities say the suspect was upset about the past transaction at the bank, and he ended up taking 5 bank employees hostage. Some of these hostages were reportedly released by the suspect, while others escaped on their own. That's when FBI agents stormed the bank and arrested the 35-year-old suspect. Despite the long ordeal, no one was hurt. That still untamed suspect is now facing bank robbery and kidnapping charges. And the search for answers continues this morning after the discovery of a body in the waters of Lake Erie Thursday. As the effort to officially identify that body continues, it's got the family of a Mill Creek man reported missing last month on edge. Some people fishing off a boat made the discovery in the area of Lampe Marina near the foot of East Avenue Thursday afternoon. Erie County Coroner Lyle Cook says he has to use dental records to try to identify the decaying remains. He says that could take a few days. The Mill Creek School District, along with AHN, has partnered to bring the Pfizer vaccine to all families, students, and staff later this morning. And it's all been a push to get many people vaccinated as possible. But what's the reaction been from the community? Arlena Jonathan has that story.
Starting at 10 this morning in the high school gym, all district families, students, and staff will be eligible to get vaccinated in the Mill Creek School District. It's being offered to ages 16 and over. While officials have encouraged everyone to get the vaccine, some have still expressed hesitancy when it comes to rolling up their sleeves. For parents, they have to decide whether or not to give consent to their high schooler to receive the shot. In the Mill Creek School District, they've seen some vaccine hesitancy with their families as well.
Well, we've had a little bit of a mixed reaction, as you can imagine. Anytime you're talking about vaccinations, that is a very personal issue.
Darcy Mosley is the assistant superintendent in the Mill Creek District. She says although she's seen hesitancy, the majority of families and staff are planning to take advantage of this clinic.
I would say it's been, the positive is far outweighed, any kind of the, concerns that we have seen.
With more people getting vaccinated and the Pfizer vaccine waiting for emergency approval for those younger than 16, Mosley says she's hopeful going into this next school year.
While all of us would love to have that crystal ball and kind of know what the fall is going to look like, I don't know that we're there quite yet, but I am, really optimistic that things will look more like a traditional kind of start to the school year than we had in the 2021 school year. And certainly that's where our hearts and, heads lie in terms of what we would like to see happen.
And even with the pace of the vaccine rollout slowing down, the region's vaccination rate is improving, one shot at a time. More than 2,000 people got the shot in our area just on Thursday alone. Across the region, roughly 40% of adults have been vaccinated as of this morning. Erie has vaccinated about 43% of adults. Crawford County is at about 37%. And Warren County, 29% of their adults have been vaccinated. Warren County also had 38 new cases of COVID-19 on Thursday. That's the highest total since early January. For the latest COVID-19 facts and figures, you can always check out our website, erienewsnow.com. And as we count down to the Erie Seawolves home opener next Tuesday, Major League Baseball fans in Georgia are expecting to pack the park in Atlanta tonight for the first time in more than a year and a half. The Atlanta Braves will play their first game in 19 months with 100% seating capacity. And they expect almost all the seats at Truist Park to be sold. The team announced last week they'd return seating capacity to pre-pandemic levels, starting with Friday's game against the Phillies. They had limited attendance to 33% in April, then they went to 50% last week. The Seawolves are still looking at capacity restrictions until we get to next month, when limits here in Pennsylvania will be lifted. And Presque Isle State Park is gearing up to celebrate the park's 100th anniversary. Presque Isle officials announced the park will be holding events throughout the year to celebrate its centennial. The Presque Isle partnership says it's working on a community challenge, with more details on that to follow. Those at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center are working to on plans to overhaul the center's exhibits. Meantime, Erie News Now is running a series of special reports all month long here in honoring of the anniversary. It's all accumulating in an hour-long special we're calling a Centennial Celebration, Friday, May 28th at 7 p.m. on WICU. And we want to bring in our David Walter this morning. A little rainy out there. What can people expect for the rest of the day?
Yeah, we're still dealing with those damp, dreary conditions, but the showers will start to lessen more so as we get into the afternoon. Right now, we're looking out over those spring colors out over Presque Isle this late morning, 44 degrees. And as we do hop into the afternoon, you can see those color bars there go from yellow to green, indicating that it will be drier. Certainly still a wet on the ground, but at least we do get the drier time ahead. And even a little bit of sunshine coming up this afternoon. Right now we're sitting at 44 degrees along Upper Peach Street. Folks out and about, maybe looking for that last minute Mother's Day gift as we do head into Mom's Day weekend. In terms of rainfall, yeah, you can see some of those heavier showers a little bit south of the area, just south of Meadville. Over there towards Cleveland, though, things starting to dry out just a bit, so some very light rain expected for the next hour or so here in Erie, even down towards Meadville. Got some lingering showers. They'll hang around for Corey, Warren, Sheffield, also back into McKean County, expecting a little bit of that extra rain. You can see as we're getting to lunchtime, it's still got some rain showers primarily away from the lakeshore, at least east of the lakeshore. And then you can see during the day, we're opening up some sunshine. Few lingering rain showers into the mountains during the evening hours. Will be fairly quiet, at least for a couple of hours. And then later on in the nights, we may see a few more of those showers, even a couple of wet snowflakes. Yeah, you can see the blue showing up on our weather model here. This is Saturday morning, and as we continue into the afternoon, we're still dealing with a couple of spots of rain, but certainly getting some sunshine in between. It will be a little warmer than today, but right now we are stuck in the 40s, and we're all likely to be in the 40s throughout the course of today. It's only 40 degrees in Meadville, 39 in Jamestown, 45 in Bradford. As we break down that forecast for today, we'll nudge those temperatures up just a little bit more this afternoon. We will have some sunshine out there as things do dry out, about 48 degrees along the lake shore. We'll do middle, maybe upper 40s as we do find some of that afternoon sunlight out there into Crawford County, but more clouds hanging around, a couple of showers still lingering into the afternoon, temperatures middle 40s. But yeah, we do have some warmer weather ahead, but when do the 60s return and when do our next really good chances for rain reappear? Talk about that in a moment. Molly?
Thanks, David. And it's no secret that Erie County is not Hollywood, but we did get to host a movie premiere last night. It's a movie filmed here in our area, and it features a local star. Erie News Now's Haley Potter has that story.
You know, Haley, that's been the biggest challenge, because the best part of this business for me is the friendships you make and the interaction. I want to talk to the crew and the camera guy and get to know these people and their lives a little bit. And with social distancing and masks and shields and people coming at you with hazmat suits to touch you.
It's been a while since we've seen Mark Blucas on the silver screen because of the pandemic and the impact it's had on Hollywood.
Of course, we've spent all this time working on the film, and then there's a pandemic. And then that's when the film comes out.
But on Thursday night, Blucas made his way to his hometown of Girard for a showing of his new movie, Unearthed, at the Sunset Drive-In.
Without further ado, Mark Blucas, actor, producer. Thank you, sir.
I am a softie for coming back to Girard and being up in this area.
He was a star basketball player at Girard back in the day and went on to play college ball at Wake Forest before starting his acting and producing career. Now he spent the past 3 years making a movie in the place that he calls home.
And so to come to your hometown and bring your family up and be able to shoot a movie where you grow up and show them the parts of the world and go back to Girard.
Before the movie showing, he met with some local fans at the drive-in theater. Fans from near and far coming to support their hometown legend.
I'm all the way from Philadelphia just to meet Mark. So that's why I'm here.
And Blucas tells me his hope is for Hollywood to find a sense of normalcy as restrictions start to lift.
Making sure everybody has the freedom to work in a free and safe and fun and hard way where we can all kind of be proud of the effort, the relationships, and the product that we put out at the end.
That's a pretty cool story about someone locally here making it big time, David.
Yeah, it's always cool to see the local connections here in Northwest PA. We're all connected to the clouds and the rain, at least this morning we have been. We got on the bayfront, and you can see this shot, Oliver's rooftop cam overlooking Presque Isle Bay. And of course, we got Presque Isle out there in the distance, and we've got some of those thick clouds overhead, but we'll see a little bit more blue, a little bit more brightness come on through as some of that sunshine does work in this afternoon. Still a couple of showers around on Saturday. Not as cold, but still we're well below normal. Saturday into Mom's Day on Sunday. Looks like we'll have some showers kind of scoot on through as we get into the afternoon. Morning may not be too bad. Morning may be fairly dry, but it's still going to be cool overall. Cool, a little breezy on Monday. Seawolves get back into action. It's going to be a cool Tuesday, but at least we are looking fairly dry. And finally, we see the 60s return by Wednesday and Thursday. Molly?
Definitely looking forward to that warmer weather. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Our next news is coming up at noon on WSE and 12:30 on WICU. Make it a great weekend.